So as you can see, it's really hot outside now. The sun is shining bright. But now it's pretty much time. I need to keep my energy and keep my moisture, so I've got to stay underneath here. This will keep me many degrees cooler than being out in the direct sunlight. What I will do though, oh my knees, oh my god, it hurts. Let's move these rocks, take out all the big ones. It's literally just, it says like a shifting method. The big ones stay in your hand whilst the small ones fall through the gaps of your fingers. There we go, see. Let's put a bit of parachute down as well to make it a bit more comfortable. So that ISO's good. I think I'm gonna have to climb that at some point. There's my solar still. I'll take some rocks fall down on me there. Still working away. There's my parachute shelter. It works better in the night. During the day, it's not as effective as this kind of little cavern. So, no, I do have to be careful being in this little cavern. I have to check that there's no kind of because this is where I found that kind of juicy desert spider. You have to look if there's not any kind of lizards or snakes hiding in here, because if I like this spot, then for sure as hell lizards and snakes will like this spot as well. I'm not the only one who's going to like it here. This is essentially, I would say, I would say this location is pretty much prime real estate. My lips are so dry. I'm literally dying out here. It is so bad. It wasn't too bad this morning when I had cloud cover, but without cloud cover, this place is absolutely tough. I plan to leave tonight, leave this kind of spot, hopefully be out and get back to people by tomorrow. I know somewhere around that way there's an old river. It's probably dried up, but rivers generally locate near to people. You do have to be careful putting your hands in here, because a snake, you could very much, snakes like to stay away from humans, because we are predators at the end of the day. But you have to be careful where you put your hands around here, because if you alarm a snake, then it's going to react very quickly, in self-defense. Like, you're not got to be careful about the places where you choose to scope out. Like I've chosen this place. I think it's a good place. I've been next to it last night. I felt safe enough to sleep, so it's good enough for now. You know, the last thing I can afford is to be bitten by a poisonous snake. It's hard enough having these kind of heat issues, but you know, being bitten by a snake would make it 10 times worse. You know, so you just got to be careful where you lay down. You know, you want to be in shade, but you want to be in safety at the same time. So you got to kind of use your mind and make a choice. Like, I don't sit on the ground directly for 2 reasons. Firstly, the sunlight's been on the ground, which heats up the ground. Second reason is that it's very uncomfortable. When you're naked, you've got loads of little rocks kind of digging into you. It's not too nice. You know, a lot of the time, you know, scorpions or anything like snakes or lizards hide underneath the ground. My lips are so dry, even when I lick them, they don't get any dry. I mean, my lips are so dry, even when I lick them, like, I don't really get any more wetter or more wet, as they say. So my lips are so dry, even when I lick them, they don't even get more wet, to be honest. They just get a bit gloopy almost. You know, the golden rule of the desert is to look where you touch. You know, look before you touch. Actually, you don't, you know, find yourself stung by a scorpion which is camouflaged or hidden underneath the sand or underneath a rock, or a snake or anything like that. I feel like as I talk, by the end of the sentence, my mouth just feels so dry. Everything just sticks together. Man, it's hard to talk. You know, it literally feels like my brain is swelling up at the moment. Feels like, imagine trying to squeeze a size 10 foot into a size 4 shoe. Like, whoa, it doesn't work. It does not work. Lucky, because I'm in a part of the desert, well, luckily and unluckily, like, it's been hard to find any food, or I haven't found any water. But because I'm in quite a dry and quite a part of the desert where there's just no vegetation, it's meant that I haven't had to come across a snake, which was, I could try and kill it, but, you know, as much as I could try to kill a snake could try to kill me in the middle of the night, or might just be around the corner and just, you know, quickly, in self-defense, bite me in the leg or somewhere like that. Hey, so one thing I want to do during the day, I think it's around like midday, it's got to be about 1 or 2 o'clock, is, you know, staying in shelter. This is as cool as you're going to get in any part of the desert right now. This has been in the shade all day long, so it's not really hot to the touch. It might not be comfortable, but at least I'm in the shade. The sun is right overhead and I've still got shade. I should be thankful for that. I should be thankful for the clouds which covered me this morning. Since I do plan to be staying in this one spot for quite a while now, because it does have shade, and you know, see, I can't even talk. Like, it's really hard out here. I don't think it's hard to kind of comprehend how difficult it is out here. Yeah, so since I'm in the shade, I think I'm going to since I'm going to be stay put in here in the shade, I think I'm going to make an SOS sign. If anyone sees it, anybody will be able to see it. I'm kind of doing this more for an example. But yeah, you never know. Now, the biggest danger in the desert is exposure, the heat during the day and the cold during the night. So you know, I'm staying in the shade, staying cool. It's gonna take a lot less moisture. I don't feel like I'm burning up. I'm avoiding getting sunburn, which is good, because sunburn will make your skin dehydrate, and it will make you even hotter than you were before. So this is a good sign. The best defense against the sun is simply, it's not about covering yourself in ash or mud or anything like that, or clothes. It's really about good shelter. Stay in shelter, stay out of the sun. That's your best defense against the sun. It's the only real, truly effective defense against the sun. All the other defenses just minimize it. This kind of actually gives you a solid defense. You know, whilst I'm still getting more dehydrated, my lips are getting more and more dry. And I do wet my lips by using the urine, because the salt content in urine, it probably makes it a bit worse, but it kind of makes them better for the short term. And I do have plenty of urine left in that bottle to use up. You know, the sun rays are so dehydrating. You know, the wind is a killer as well. Now I'm using this time in this kind of shade to kind of assess my situation. I've got a bit of a plan going now. When you're in the shade, you know, you can make a better kind of formation of ideas, because it kind of reduces your stress. You're not in the heat, you're not getting heat stress. You're able to kind of conduct your thoughts without thinking desperately about water so much. So, you know, my plan, I think, is to stay here until the sun goes down. I'm going to make my way up that little mountain. Like, it's a tiny mountain, it's more like that rock hill, pretty much. Rock hill, yeah. So I'm going to make myself at that mountain. Well, it's more of a rock hill, or like sand dune type thing. It's like a rock formation. Like a rock formation, yeah. So it's more like a rock formation rather than that. I'm going to make myself at the little mountain. I call it the little mountain. It's probably not that high. It's easily hikeable. It'd be hard to do in the sun and the heat, so I'm going to stay here until that time comes. Whilst I am here, I will prepare myself for the hike I'm going to have to make.